Welcome to Riko's Reading Room. Today I'll read an adventurous book called Poppy Takes Paris. I hope you love it. Poppy Takes Paris. A Little Girl's Adventures in the City of Light by Allison Pataki and Marya Myers. Illustrated by Kristi Valiant. Creatively read by Riko. The sun shines in Poppy's window, warming her face. Ding, dang, dong. The nearby church bells ring. She opens the large doors onto the balcony. Wake up, Baguette! It's another day in the most beautiful city in the world, Paris! On their way to breakfast, Poppy visits Madame LesFleur's flower shop because she has the loveliest flowers in Paris. Then it's off to see Monsier LePain, who takes the most delicious fresh bread out of the oven. Bonjour, good day, Mademoiselle Poppy, greets the friendly baker. Bonjour, Monsieur, Poppy answers. A croissant for me and a baguette for Baguette, please. What are you two adventurers up to today? The sun sure is shining in the City of Light. As they wander out onto Avenue Victor Hugo, Poppy has an idea. Baguette, Paris is the City of Light, but I bet there has to be one light that's the biggest and brightest of them all. Baguette yelps excitedly. Let's find it, Poppy decides. Let's find the brightest light in the City of Light. Baguette wags his tail. He is always up for an adventure. There's only one place to start, the Place de l'Étoile, the place of the star, where 12 avenues fan out in all directions. At the center is the Arc de Triomphe, or Arc of Triumph, the backdrop for the city's grandest parades. Baguette, let's climb to the top of the Arch of Triumph. Maybe we can find the brightest light in Paris up there. Baguette huffs and puffs as they climb all 284 steps to the top. Poppy sees the streets extend out like the points of a star, but there are no lights. She says. We're at the top of the star, but I don't see the brightest light. To find what you are looking for, Mademoiselle, says an artist who is painting next to them, you must go to the Louvre. Inside the museum, you will find the masterpieces of the best and the brightest. The brightest, you say? Merci! Poppy picks up a tired baguette and hurries back down the stairs. Poppy skips down the Champs-Élysées, the most famous avenue in Paris, passing shops, cafes, tourists, and friends. She makes a quick stop to get Baguette a macaron cookie, and one for herself, of course. By the time they finish their treats, they have reached the Tuileries garden just outside the Louvre. There they spot the famous fountain with rows of colorful springtime flowers and, of course, the carousel. No time to stop here, Baguette. We need to get inside. The halls of the Louvre buzz with the clicks of cameras and the oohing and eyeing of many people. Ruff! Baguette barks and points his nose to where the crowds are the thickest. Poppy can see a bright glow coming from the crowd. That must be it! Together they weave their way and squeeze to the front. But behind the lights of many cameras they find a painting? This, ladies and gentlemen, is the world's most famous piece of art, the Mona Lisa, says the curator. The painter, Leonardo da Vinci, was the most enlightened man of his day. Paris has always attracted the most brilliant and enlightened artists, from the painters of Montmartre to the stage performers under the bright lights of the Grand Opera. A stage, performers, and bright lights? That's got to be it. Poppy turns to Baguette. On to the opera. Bikes for rent! Bikes for rent! Poppy guesses that Baguette's little legs are getting tired. One bike, Monsieur. Poppy hops onto the bike and settles Baguette into the basket, and they are off. Up the Avenue de l'Opéra they go, and it isn't long before Poppy sees a bright building as big as a palace up ahead in the square. The white front has tall columns and arched doorways with glowing copper statues on its domed roof. Magnifique! Poppy gasps. That building must have the brightest lights. Ah! Ah! Baguette urges her on. Inside, the Palais Garnier is even more dazzling, with a wide marble staircase and glittering chandeliers. The walls and ceilings look like they have been painted in gold. Inside a large hall, the music is loud and the seats are filled. The ladies and gentlemen on the bright stage are dressed in colorful costumes, and they sing with strong, powerful voices. Which of these lights do you suppose is the brightest? Asks Poppy. She looks to her dog. Before she can stop him, Baguette leaps on stage, bounces through the sea of singers. A dog! One of the sopranos screams, jumping into the arms of the tenor next to her and knocking him down. The next singer falls over, and then the next, each one like a domino in a row. You little girl! This is no place for a pair of pests! The opera house patron scolds Poppy, pointing a stern finger at her. Poppy and Baguette race out of the theater. Poppy hears the clicking of heels behind her. She turns to see one of the singers from inside. Don't worry, little one. If it's the brightest light you're looking for, head to the Notre Dame. Sunset is the best time for the visit. You'll see how the cathedral shines for all of Paris. Poppy thanks the singer for its helpful advice. Off we go, Baguette! Inside, Notre Dame is a place of peaceful lights and shadows. The vaulted ceilings soar almost to the sky. As the sun sets, its rays shine in through the large, colorful stained glass windows, bursting with every color in the rainbow. It's beautiful, isn't it, Baguette? But when Poppy looks down, her dog is nowhere to be found. Baguette! Baguette! She runs up the long aisle. She climbs up a narrow stairway, all the time calling out for Baguette. Ah! Ah! There you are, says Poppy. She gives the naughty dog a hug and then peeks around the bell tower. Another pair of eyes stares back at her. Oh la la! Poppy jumps backward, loses her balance, and knocks right into the large Notre Dame bells. Ding, dang, dong! Poppy and Baguette hurry down the stairs, race out of the cathedral, and don't stop until they reach the banks of the Seine River. There, out of breath and out of ideas, Poppy pets her dog. Oh, Baguette, we've certainly seen the sights, but I still don't understand where this light is that makes Paris the city of light. All aboard! Just then, a man in a beret is welcoming people onto a long boat. Messieurs and mesdames, next stop, the brightest jewel in our city, the Eiffel Tower. Poppy feels a flicker of new excitement. That must be it, Baguette. To the top of the Eiffel Tower we go. The elevator doors open and they step out onto the top deck of the Eiffel Tower. Below them, all of Paris is aglow. Fantastique! What a view! Poppy exclaims as Baguette wags his tail happily. Poppy overhears a tour guide say, La Dame de Fer, the Iron Lady, is one of Paris's most celebrated achievements. Built mostly out of iron, it was once the tallest building in the world. From the candidly cafes of the left bank to the glowing statues on the top of the opera house, and even the warm lights shining out from each window and home, all of the city seems to sparkle. Excuse me, mademoiselle, may I take a photo of you and your friend? A photographer is standing nearby, snapping photos of the many tourists. Yes, of course. Poppy and Baguette flash their brightest smiles. The photographer clicks her camera, then she hands the photo to Poppy. Nearby, a little old man plays a familiar tune on an accordion. It is the sound of her city. Poppy thinks of all the most beautiful sounds and the tastiest tastes and the most spectacular sights she and Baguette have experienced today. Then she looks at the picture and sees how bright their smiles are. Baguette, that's it, Poppy says. The brightest lights of Paris are inside of us. Everyone who loves Paris helps it to make it shine. Poppy and Baguette make their way home at the end of the very best day, feeling like the brightest lights in the city. But they need to get their rest if tomorrow will be another adventure. The end. If you like my video, please hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you. Have an awesome day. See you soon.